First of all, Dave Sahadi, super, from anything I've heard from interviews from people who worked at TNA, he was one of the best backstage things and one of the people that kept Dixie afloat for as long as she was afloat. So awesome to see him back. But I have a couple issues. One, give wrestling fans something that AEW promised and never delivered. AEW's had 3 months under their belt. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Oh my God. And second, just don't start.
Right. Everybody's got to throw somebody under the bus.
Well, yeah, but I didn't like TNA constantly talking about WWE. I have multiple times said I don't like AEW constantly talking about WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Impact doesn't need to be talking about AEW. Impact.
And doesn't really have any room to talk about AEW.
No, because they're doing way better than them within months than they ever did. It's like, shut the fuck up. Dave Sahadi's awesome. Impact Wrestling, putting on some of the best wrestling. I dare say their wrestling in ring right now would give AEW at least an equal challenge. So awesome. Way to go.
But these are two companies that should be looking to work together, not against each other.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing for him to say out of nowhere. I don't know if the only thing I can think of is that he was pursuing AEW for a job and they snubbed him a couple times and he got TNA or he got Impact, and it just seems weird. It just seems stupid and weird. Shut the fuck up, Dan.
Right.
You're talented. I'm glad to see you there. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. Weird shit.
And it was with that the gears were set in motion for Impact to shut down both WWE and AEW and reign supreme.
Right.
There has to be a universe where that happens, right?
Well, infinite universes and infinite dimensions, of course there is. There's multiple of them. And there's also a universe where Dio Madden is WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Pasty. But that isn't now, and that isn't here. But sadly, Dio Madden was written off WWE TV after getting F5'd by Brock Lesnar. He will not be returning to the Raw commentary team, and Fat Mac never got the pleasure of learning his name or hearing his voice. So, wow.
I had a lot of high hopes for him his first week. I was like, hey, I kind of like this kid. And then the next week, he totally shit the bed multiple times, and I was like, get him out of here.
Well, it may be for the best, Pasty, because
at least Vince got to look at him, right? Because now he's...
Yeah, instead of being behind the commentator desk, he's actually going to be reporting back to the WWE Performance Center where they picked him from to resume his wrestling training. And that means that there is a hole to fill in Raw because they have to have 3 people on there because they like shitty commentary. So with that being said, Samoa Joe will join the Raw commentary team as Madden's replacement. But, Pacey, this is only a temporary role as Joe's currently out with a broken thumb. And to add a thick layer to this story and a little bit of drama, on Tuesday, Madden tweeted, quote, holding the B button when trying to catch a Pokemon doesn't increase your chances, unquote.
I don't get how that's a jab. That's just a fact in life.
I know. It was just a tweet that he put out, and I thought it would be awesome to put in the story.
Although I worry for Samoa Joe because this isn't the first time they've set him at that desk, and he's good at it. And Taz,
he's the next Taz,
exactly. And he looks like Taz. He looks like Taz.
I was thinking the same thing. He's the next Taz. What I'm hoping, in all honesty, Samoa Joe heals his thumb, which is going to happen. And he goes to the ring, and Vince finally fucking accepts a 2-man announce team.
That's a perfect world. There's got to be one universe where that happens.
Oh my gosh, right?
No, it worries me because, it'd be so easy to Taz him. And there's part of me that says, Joe's had a great career, and I could enjoy him on announce. But he hasn't had a great career in WWE yet, and he needs to.
Not at all. Actually, one would argue he has underperformed in every promotion he's been on. And let me say, I think it's every promotion's fault that's happened. I think he's given his all to put on 5-star matches and everyone. Yeah. And some of the best promos ever. In fact, the unscripted promo that he dropped in TNA about Kevin Nash, when Nash was just look up Samoa Joe shoot promo Kevin Nash TNA, something. Put those words together. It's awesome how he just calls out Nash as it is. And this was when him and Nash were partners on air, and he just shit on him. So, yeah, I think it's every promotion's problem. Ring of Honor did him the best, and he moved on to greener pastures, which I don't blame him. But every greener pasture he went to, maybe he's just a better big fish in a small pond.
Maybe. I think so. I think he's a dude. He's one I'd say go to AEW.
Go to AEW, go to NXT, go to MLW.
He can have the variety of matches he could ever want to have in AEW. He could be a top guy in AEW believably easily.
Oh, but could you imagine him in MLW in Contra Unit?
Oh, God.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Dude, Joe Callahan. Just that. Oh, end it right there.
Oh, damn, that's badass. I want to see that match. But
there's so much good this man can do, and he's running out of time to do it.
Hey, what about, I mean, you brought up AEW. What about him joining SoCal Uncensored? He's a Southern California guy. He comes from Southern California. He has history with both Kaz and Daniels. He could either come in and be a foil to them, or he could join them.
Yeah, I see. I would want to see a very dominant heel run.
Well, SoCal Uncensored are heels, so he either has to be the top heel in that promotion, or he has to be a face against them.
You have a funny way of looking at heels, my friend.
Well, I mean, they are heels. They're over, but they're heels.
Yeah.
You know, they do heel things. They cheat to win. They do bad stuff. They talk shit. I swear to God, this is the worst city we've ever been in. You know, I mean,
exactly. They're the opposite world new day of the opposite world new day of AEW.
Well, they're DX. They're heels, but everybody loves them.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, and they're NWO. NWO. They're heels, but everybody loves them.
I could definitely give them NWO.
You don't want to give them DX?
I can give them NWO.
NWO was better than DX.
That's fine. They're just two different things. I don't know.
Okay.
Like
I'll
original. We're talking original NWO though, just the three.
I'm talking original DX. Just so Sean.
Who's China?
Sean? No, China wasn't in the original. It was Sean, Hunter, and Rick Rude.
Oh.
You man, I'm going original DX, buddy. Sean, Hunter, Rick Rude. I'm Rick Rude in your ass. Oh, that's all right. This is good. I don't know how we got off on fucking Dio Madden onto fucking Rick Rude. Sometimes we do this shit, folks. This is Beef Sticks Podcast, baby. Dio Madden, Rick Rude.
You know, if it makes anything better, we don't have to talk about Survivor Series.
We should talk about it. We got time. I got time. I'm available for time, Pasty, if that's what you're worried about.
All right. Well, we're not there just yet anyway.
No. This is probably my favorite news segment yet this week. I want you to take this one, though, buddy.
All right. According to Squared Circle Sirens, one name confirmed for the next round of tryouts at the WWE Performance Center on December 5th is 26-year-old Arissa LeBrock, the daughter of LeBrock Lesnar. No, Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Wow.
That man cannot act.
No. And he is not aged well with time.
No. But he's badass. But I love watching him.
Yeah.
Love watching him.
Yeah. I'm hoping his daughter is as good as he was in the early 90s.
Oh. She's gorgeous. I'll tell you that. She's gorgeous.
Yes, as a matter of fact, aside from modeling, she does have a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is trained at the Paragon Jiu-Jitsu and Kickboxing Academy in California.
This is cool. This is, like I said, the news I'm most excited for. Obviously, this just means that she's coming to a tryout. She may never, ever go anywhere in WWE.
Right. It was probably easy for her to get a tryout.
Yeah, with her name recognition, they want to have her in there.
Do you think her WWE ring name would have Seagal in it?
Oh, I want her gimmick to be the seagull. Her and Kairi Sane could team together. The captain and the seagull.
You could just call them the Seagals.
I love it, the Seagulls. and then, all of a sudden, these two new guys come in to take over the mantle. It's the Seagulls versus the Seamen. Seagulls, Seamen, fight. And then they ran out of goals.
Oh boy.
I know, this is good. Yeah, if she has his charisma, she's come on, let's be honest. She's at least getting a backstage interviewer spot, right?
Yeah, something.
Just to say they have Steven Seagal's daughter, and just to have him show up ringside and wave,
and to have her take a picture with Ronda Rousey or some shit,
Click. Yeah, I mean she has a good look. If she has his charisma, I mean, that he made a career out of charisma and no talent. So if she has half his charisma, and if she is a decent jujitsuist, a Jesuit, what do they call them?
I think they're just called a jujitsu.
I don't think that's right. But anyways,
a jiu-jitsu.
So basically, we kind of talked on, we touched on this a little bit earlier, gave a little teaser, but this isn't really a comings or going, but we both felt that this was pretty newsworthy and it fit best in the comings and goings, and we both completely feel this statement full-heartedly. Yeah. So we had to bring it up somehow. Whether it's news or not, fuck you, it's our show, and we're going to talk about it. Pasty, this is what's happening. Tomasso Ciampa revealed on Lillian Garcia's Chasing Glory podcast, yet another competitor to Beef Sticks podcast, that he fought the main roster call-up as much as he could. In fact, his coach at the Performance Center, of course that being the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, found this amusing, as he says he had never experienced someone rejecting a higher pay and a promotion. With only recently returning from his neck injury, Ciampa believes his clock is actually ticking down, and he doesn't want to put the years that he has left on the main roster jobbing for some jackasses. The Blackheart told WWE that if they ever move him to Raw or SmackDown, he will immediately retire from active competition and become either a backstage producer or a coach at the Performance Center. He refuses to be a main roster guy.
That's good. And he did specifically say it was the amount of dates, the comparison to what Raw and SmackDown guys do a year versus what they do with NXT.
Well, and he just knows he's gonna be a nobody like every other fucking call-up is. And it's not a knock on him. I don't mean that. It's a knock on Vince McMahon.
Yep.
Why not stay? If you've got 3, 4, maybe 5 years left, why not stay a main guy putting on some of the best matches?
To help to elevate a newer brand to new levels. Which he's already done. I mean, if it wasn't for Ciampa, I don't think they'd be on USA right now. Ciampa, Gargano, Cole.
I will say this. I'm not the biggest Tommaso Ciampa fan. I never was. But NXT Ciampa is the very best Ciampa I've ever seen. Something about NXT Sometimes NXT holds a little bit back from some folks, not as much as the main roster.